Hey guys, what is going on? Joel here, and welcome to Back in the Day. Wow, okay, so I am so sorry for the kind of lack of videos over the past couple of weeks. It's just been, for lack of a better term, shit's just been crazy around here lately. Crazy in a good way, though. I'm not going to get into like all the major details, but I mean like the basic gist of it is a few weeks ago here in PA, at least the area that I'm in, we went to green, so to speak. So places opened up, the gym opened up, restaurants started opening up. So I'm not so much a fan of the restaurant thing, but in terms of the gym, yeah, that's been great. I've been going and working out, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot to be said about one's mental health in terms of getting a good physical workout. I mean, it's very good it's not only for the body, it's great for the mind. I mean, you feel so much better mentally after you've had a good workout. At least I do, and most people that I talk to also feel the same way. But so kind of between that, making sure that I'm hitting the gym at least 3 days a week, and then on the off days, like I'll come home and I know that I probably should make a video here and there, but I've been more focused on we bought a treadmill before the gyms had opened back up because we weren't really sure what the business model was going to look like when they did reopen, and even when they were going to reopen. But so if I'm not at the gym, I'll come home and I'll get on the treadmill and I'll do that, and that'll help give me a good workout as well. But that being said, I wanted to unbox a really special one for me today. I wanted to do DuckTales because I have a lot of really good memories with this game, and it's, I think, arguably one of the best, if not the best, Disney game that Capcom put out. I mean, obviously it was so good that they did a remastered version back in 2012, 2013. So, I mean, the game is very iconic, as well as the TV show. I was a fan of the TV show when I was a kid. So the game, and it's funny because I remember playing Mickey Mousecapades, and I thought Mickey Mousecapades was just really a bad game. I mean, other people may have great memories of it. I myself didn't care for it. It was very wonky. I didn't like the way that Mickey jumped, the fact that Minnie was like attached at the hip. You couldn't do anything with her. So when DuckTales came out about a year later, I mean, this game is fantastic, and it's held such high accolades, and with good reason. I mean, Capcom, by and large, was kind of one of the kings when it came to third-party games on the Nintendo, and DuckTales was certainly no exception. And it seemed that pretty much everything that Capcom did in terms of the Disney, at least in my experience, was a phenomenal game. I mean, you had Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, which was a very odd like shooter type game, which I didn't actually play for the first time until a few months ago when I downloaded the ROM onto my NES Classic. So I mean, I think it's a pretty interesting game. And the Darkwing Duck, which plays very much like Mega Man. But this was a really, really cool game back in the day, and it still is. It still holds up. It's still very fun to play. It has a lot of repeat playability, and it's one of those games that if you watch one of my older ones of my top 5 NES games, this one is ranked, I believe, as number 1 because of how much I played it. Now, my first experience with the game actually was when I was 12 years old, and I went over to my buddy Mike's house, and he had rented it, and we were playing it, and I loved it. And I remember... Now, here's a little bit of a caveat. Here's where, like, kind of the whole back in the day thing goes, where, I delve into stories of my childhood and things that pertain to the game itself. Apparently, somebody, I have to run into this caveat, somebody on one of my older videos, my Mario Brothers unboxing, apparently had a problem with that. So, yeah, this is for you. Like I had said in the comments, don't be an asshole your whole life. So anyways, my parents had what you would have called a bit of a rocky relationship, to say the least. I mean, there were good times, but there were bad times as well. They fought, and my mom, for whatever the reason, always justified her... My mom liked to spend money, and she would go on these shopping sprees and just buy shitloads of clothes that she wound up never wearing. Like, it's funny, when she passed away, I remember my wife and I... We brought in these big 20-foot roll-off dumpsters, so we went through 2 of them, and I mean, we just chucked all these old clothes in there. And it was shit she had never worn. It was stuff that I remember her buying back, in the late 80s, early 90s. clear up until like her and my dad got divorced in '98. Now, I mean, luckily enough, I wasn't a kid when they got divorced. I was 20, so I mean, I didn't have to go through the whole like custody battle thing. But like, my mom would do these. She would go on these shopping sprees, and she'd just buy clothes left and right. And she felt that it was justified because she looked at it as like, okay, well, my marriage sucks, so I'm going to go buy this stuff. So there were times when I was a kid that I would go with her, and I'm not going to lie. I mean, I look back on it now, and you know, it certainly wasn't justified. It was rather stupid. But I'm also not going to say that I didn't capitalize on it at times. And one of those times, I remember we had gone shopping, and she bought me DuckTales. So I do have the memory of sitting in my bedroom playing this and my dad walking in and saying, "Where did you get that?" And I said, "Oh, Mom bought it for me." And that was as she was putting all of her clothes away. And yeah, he was not a happy camper in regards to that. So that kind of began my I guess journey into this game and finding, you know, I think there were 3 different endings that you could get. They were all based upon like the amount of money that you could get and how you attained the money in terms of like with, I guess, like numbers and stuff. So I thought the concept of it was really cool. And it was one like that I played over and over and over again. And it followed the TV show in terms of the characters. And they were able to put some of the characters into some of the different levels, like King Terra Firmia. I thought that was a really cool addition of how they incorporated him into the game. But I mean, all your usual cast of characters was there. I mean, you had, obviously you had, you know, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Launchpad McQuack, you had the Beagle Boys, but you also had the bonus of having Mrs. Beakley and Webbigail and Gizmo Duck. So I mean, I thought that was it was really cool that they liked to, and even Bubba the caveman. So I mean, it was really, really cool. So I mean, I like I said, this was a game that I played a lot, and I still actually played through it not too long ago, literally within the January, actually. Yes, it was January. So yeah, that's enough of the talking about this game itself, and I'm gonna go ahead and we'll start kind of taking a look at her. This was one of those games that I got in a package deal with like Batman and a few other games. Like, and this was the one that I actually wanted. The other games were just kind of an added bonus, and this thing is, like I said, the seller, I'm not going to name off the other games that I got, but because those will come for another day. But the seller, these were just in immaculate condition, all of them. Save up to $10 off when you purchase Capcom video games, which I never took advantage of that. But all right, let's open this up and see the contents inside. But I mean, as you can see, how nice and rigid and stiff. I mean, this thing is just, I love it when they're like that. And then of course my good buddy Good Vibes is going to have to tell me what I have and what I need. Alright, so got everything out of it. Let's go ahead and set all these up. Here we go. Here was the Captain Commando $10 refund for the mail-in. Expired almost 30 years ago. And of course the Nintendo Power Advert. This thing is, I think, the standard. Oh, this one's neat. Huh, I don't know if I've seen that one. There was the Capcom poster. Coming soon, Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, Street Fighter 2, Adventures in Magic Kingdom, California Raisins. Alright, so there we have DuckTales. We have Mega Man 2, Strider, Bionic Commando, Mickey Mousecapades, and oops, 1943, and then the one at the very top, I don't want to bend this, is Willow. So, there's that, and then let's, oh, we have another advert in with that. And let's take a look at the game. The game itself is in very nice shape. Nice clean label. Ooh, you know what? I forgot about this. This was the receipt. This was purchased. Oh my god. How crazy is that? It was purchased almost 30 years ago to the date. Original price of it, apparently this person, nice. This person purchased DuckTales for $44.99. Bases Loaded, which I did an unboxing of, for $19.90. Power Mag March April, which I'm assuming would be a Nintendo Power at Children's Place. Nice. So I guess, you know what, maybe it was fate that I unboxed this today. Alright, so let's take a look at the instruction manual. Okay, the message from Captain Commando. Safety precautions, and then DuckTales with that iconic image of Uncle Scrooge. Let's face it, nobody ever read these things before they played the game. They just popped it in and played it, and if they didn't understand what the hell they were doing, well, then they would resort to the manual. So we have Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and we have Webby, Scrooge. Now this does help because it does kind of help you with like what the amounts are worth of each like diamond and coin and stuff. So we have the large diamond, the cakes that Mrs. Beakley will give you, and magic coin. Well, not only Mrs. Beakley, I know you can find them in treasure chests inside of you, but Scrooge. The cast of characters. There we go. Gizmo Duck, also known as Fenton Crackshell. Here's the different lands that you do: the Amazon, Transylvania, African mines, the Himalayas, and of course the moon, which everybody talks about the iconic moon music, which I don't know, like I guess you have to pardon that, it's my wife's phone going off. I think it's my brother-in-law actually. But the moon music I didn't really think was all that iconic, I guess. I prefer the which one was it? The African Mines. I prefer that music a little bit better. Alright. Okay, well, I guess that does it for the unboxing here. Hope you guys certainly enjoyed it. I'm going to want to look into like learning how to do editing and whatnot, because actually my wife wants to start doing some videos of Sebastian, our German Shepherd, and having me upload them onto the channel, just for something a little bit different, because he's actually a rather intelligent dog. But I got to learn how to do some editing and stuff first. So, I mean, that'll be a little ways down the road. But maybe kind of stay tuned for some German Shepherd action on Back in the Day. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't want to lose that. And until the next unboxing, I want to thank you guys for watching. And like I said, until the next one, you guys take her easy.